Is an overhead extension a better triceps builder than a pushdown? Well, maybe. Now, let me explain because I've kind of changed my stance on this. Now, a pushdown is still going to bias the long head more, but there's one interesting characteristic about an overhead extension, and that's that you are training the triceps above the height of your heart. This has interesting implications that I don't think anybody else has really talked about, because training muscles above the height of your heart can increase sympathetic nervous system activity. As you can see right here, when training muscles above heart height, this increases sympathetic nervous system activity compared to below heart height. This is interesting because this can increase corticospinal excitability, which may increase motor neural recruitment. So, to put it simply, training a muscle above heart height may lead to more motor neural recruitment compared to training a muscle below heart height. An overhead extension likely recruits more total muscle fibers of the triceps compared to a pushdown. What does this mean when it comes to your programming? See, if you're doing a press already in your training like most people are, then if you're only doing one tricep exercise, I would probably pick a pushdown because you're already getting medial and lateral heads with the press, so might as well bias the long head more with the pushdown. But let's say if you're doing no pressing and you're doing like all flies with your programming and you just wanted to pick one tricep exercise, then I would probably opt for an overhead extension because you're going to be recruiting more total muscle fibers of the triceps that way, unless you have different, aesthetic goals and you want to bias the long head more, in which case I would opt for a pushdown. If you're trying to maximize the growth of your triceps, I would opt for both an overhead extension and a pushdown.